Welcome to a Soul Elevated Life. Today I have a really funny story to share with you. So basically, I was talking to my husband yesterday, and I asked him, he was filling up my car with gas, and he also noticed my backpack was looking a little, it was looking a bit interesting. So he said, I think it's about time that you get a new backpack. So I'm gonna go on Amazon, and what do you think about me going on Amazon and see what's out there, and then giving you some options about your backpack? And I was like, yes, please, thank you very much. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, how was I so lucky to have such an amazing husband? I used to call him my lottery husband, meaning like I won the lottery when I married my husband. And he goes, well, I didn't just land in your lap, Tuan. You actually pulled out all the stops to make it happen, or for our relationship to happen. And I like the idea of, I like to fantasize about the idea that all this wonderful stuff just happens to me, and it just so happened that I have this amazing husband and I didn't do anything at all, and I was just so blessed and so lucky. But the truth is, yeah, I did pull out all the stops. Like a typical relationship or a typical courtship, the woman typically does not go after the guy. But in my case, I actually pursued my husband. So we used to work together in Phoenix. And if you haven't heard the story of how I met my husband, you are in for a amazing treat. And how the story goes is, so we used to work together in Phoenix, and I grew to admire my husband. I thought, wow, this guy is so cool. He has a very good moral compass, and he seems like he would be a really good partner in life. And later in 2008, my dad got really sick, and I applied to get a transfer back to Dallas. And then later, my husband, he left the company. My coworker then, he left the company, and we kept in touch. Like, I would call him and ask how he was doing, because he kind of left like in a not so great state mentally. We worked a lot of hours. Our health wasn't great. We probably was heavier than we could have been. And, I would check up on him every month or so. But when we said goodbye, when I went to Phoenix, and when I went back to Dallas, and my husband went back to, I'm trying to see what I think about this light right here. There's these shades that are kind of like blocking this part out of my light. So when I went back to Dallas, I would keep in touch with Everett to ask him how he was doing. And before I left, we said our goodbyes, and I was like, oh, you have to come visit me, in Dallas. And he goes, yeah, I'll definitely come visit you in Dallas. And, I honestly thought, like, when people say stuff like that, it's just like, you just blow them off. You make all sorts of promises, like, yeah, I'll definitely come visit. Yeah, we'll definitely, not be strangers. We'll definitely make an effort to stay in touch and stuff like that. And he was a man of his word. So I'm like, I would touch base with him on a monthly basis or so, see how he was doing, and I said, and like you said you were going to visit me, are you ever going to visit me? He's like, yeah, I'm definitely going to visit you, and in fact, let's pick out some dates. Yeah, so he was serious. He was a man of his word, and we blocked off some time. I think he ended up flying in whenever, it was like September 13th or something, and Hurricane Ike came through. But before he actually arrived, I'm trying to figure what I think about this light. Before he actually arrived, I decided that I was going to drop all the hints to let this guy know that I was interested in him. And so I pulled out all the stops. I consulted with people. I asked my boss what were some tactics I could use. I picked out all the places that I wanted us to visit for him to have a really great impression of Dallas. Now I had the complete intention of dropping all these hints to let this guy know that I was interested in him. So yes, I did pull out the stops, and I completely operated outside of my comfort zone. Like back then I had a flip phone, like a Motorola Razr flip phone, and so there's no GPS or navigational tool on it, and so I would use like this little satellite Nuvi Garmin, if you guys remember what that was. It's like this little brick, and you type in your destination and it gives you instructions on how to get to where you're going. And so I was a person that was very uncomfortable going to all sorts of different places, but I had my heart set on making sure that I gave this guy a really good time. And so I drove him all the way to Fort Worth, and we went to the Dallas Aquarium, we went to the Fort Worth Zoo, we went to the Water Gardens, where synchronistically is actually where we ended up getting married later. And of course, we didn't know that then. And you know, like I even took him. I knew he loved views of downtowns, and so I took him to this place called the Ghost Bar, where you could step onto a ceiling, and there was it was glass, and so you would step on the ceiling. It looked like glass, so you can see like way below your feet. And for the person who doesn't like heights, like that was scary. I even got a drink with this guy, and I don't even drink. And so he was like, and I wore this cute outfit that was way outside my comfort zone. It wasn't revealing or anything, but it definitely showed more skin than I was comfortable with. And, you know, before he came to visit, I talked to my sister, and she goes, you know, guys, they fall in love with their eyes. And so, you know, if you look good, you know, then there's a higher chance that things would work out. And so then I was on a mission. You know, I ate salads every day. I really made sure that I stayed fit and, you know, lost any excess weight. And like I totally went all out. Like, I really did pull out all the stops. And then we even drove to Austin, Texas, so that he could get a taste of Austin, one of my favorite cities. And I took him to White Rock Lake, and I think we walked around the lake, and it was so much fun. And my boss, he was just like, if you can manage to sneak a kiss in there, then that would be really good. And I was so uncomfortable. I'm like, you have to sneak in a kiss? That's weird. I can't do that. Like, and so by the end of the week, he was very, the message was very clear that I was interested in him. And so yes, I did pull out the stops, even though I like to fantasize, and I lied to myself that, oh my gosh, this guy, he's just this amazing Prince Charming, that he just fell into my lap like a damsel in distress. You know, it's like this dream that's not really realistic. And the moral of the story is, if you're ready to pursue somebody and you need to know all the places that you would like to take them in Dallas or surrounding cities, consult with me, and I will give you my magic list of how you can woo this guy. No, really, the real moral of the story is, when you are dead set on your intentions and you are really sure how, like, you're so dead set that no matter what it took, you were going to do what it took. You're willing to work your ass off, and you're willing to do whatever it took to get to an end result or a destination. And you didn't know exactly how it was going to go, but you pulled out all the stops. You do all the legwork. You do all the work. You plan as much as you can. You strategize. You think about it. You do everything that a person that is going to be there and head in that direction would. And that's kind of like the daily manifestations, you know. Speaking of which, today is the 4th, a star date, because it adds up to 4. And I am launching my course today. So the course I'm launching is a mini course, and you're going to get some really 3 big pointers, 3 big strategies, 3 habits that you can start to live your soul elevate life. And the strategies are manifestations, which is what I just touched on, meditation, and following your triggers, following the trigger brick road. So manifestations are like these intentions that you set of each day. I do my manifestations every single day. And I give you tips on how you can write the most powerful manifestations. There is a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. So I go into great detail on the right way you can do it. And then you can write out your manifestations. You can email them to me, or text them to me, or message them to me. and I will give you tips and pointers on how you can tweak them to make sure that you're writing out your manifestations in the most powerful way. And the second thing that you're going to learn is, or the third thing you're going to learn is meditation. So I have been meditating since I was 13 years old. And in 19 days, I'm going to turn 39. So that means you're getting 26 years of experience on meditation alone in this course, which is well worth much more than the price that I'm going to charge for this course. And the third thing, or the second thing you're going to learn, is following your triggers. So triggers are a way that the multiverse talks to you. So whenever you feel like there is something that happened, something that someone said that really triggers you and makes you angry or react in a really negative way, then that is a signal, a sign for you to stop, dig into it, and find out what it truly is about. And when you dig into it is when you really learn about any blind spots you may not know that you have. You will dig into any subconscious limiting beliefs that you have and harbored that you had no idea that you were holding on to. And digging into triggers truly changed my life. It truly transformed my life as far as my relationships with my mom and my husband go. And they're utterly powerful. And I walk you through how you do it, what to look out for, how you process those triggers. And we'll also go over typical troubleshooting problems. It's fine and dandy to kind of set out to learn how to meditate, to write your daily manifestations, and to what was the third thing? Triggers, manifestations, and meditation. But then, you might run into all these roadblocks, and so I am the tour guide that points out the potholes before you get to them, so you know what kind of things to look out for, so that you have the best chance of having a lot of success with this. And it's amazing. So the course is completely underpriced. You're getting me as your guide who's been doing this for a long time and learning so much along the way. But the first version that I'm coming out with, I'll have ramped up versions as time passes, and I should be releasing a course every quarter or so. But the first course I'm offering to you is only $97, which is a smoking deal, considering all the expertise, all the wonderful information and knowledge you're getting. And I'll put a link below for you to sign up for the course if that's something you'd be interested in taking. And it's pretty epic, it's pretty amazing. So I'm really excited to launch this wonderful thing, this wonderful product today on a star date. And what else? Yeah, so let's see what else I was going to talk about. I'm so distracted by this shade that's over my head. So the next thing I'd like to talk to you about is if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching this on Instagram stories, or if you're watching this on my personal page, you can visit my website called soulelevatedlife.com, and you can subscribe to it, and I will email you the 11 top actions you can take to live a soul elevated life. So these are daily disciplines that you can do, and I give you some short summaries of what each of those actions look like, so you can start implementing them into your life. Of course, if you want a really in-depth course about how you can do 3 of those main actions, that would be the offering of my mini course, which is going to be in the link I'm going to post below in the comments. And if you are, if you want to see me live every day, you love just feeling all this love poured into you, into your soul as you see my videos every day, then you can follow me on Facebook. You can set to like and follow me on my Soul Elevated Life page, and you can also set to see me first, so that whenever I go live, you can always catch my videos. And most of the videos I should be able to download and upload into YouTube. So if you're not a Facebook person, and you'd rather search for the videos on YouTube, then they should be posted there as well. And what else? Oh yes, and if you would like to work with me on a one-on-one capacity, because you are so ready right? I'm saying this with a sigh because I completely remember what it was like to be so lost and so tired and so worn down and so done. Like I was so done of living a version of my life that simply did not serve me anymore. And that's where I come in. That's where you hire me as a coach, and we will have massive transformations together. There's something to be said about you paying and hiring a coach. It's like you're setting the intention behind when you set an intention that you're going to generate a lot of value for your transformation, your expansion, your growth. That's what hiring a coach does. You're utilizing the energy of money. You're kind of like saying, okay, this is my thing. I'm paying you so that I can generate some massive transformation and for some massive expansion for my growth and my overall higher quality of life. And that's the power of having a coach. I will help you. I provide the space and arena for you to be loved and supported and challenged, and I will not put up with any. I will not accept any BS from you. any excuses that you make that simply do not serve you. I know you are better than. I just don't buy it. I will give you some really tough, straight love talk. And that's the power of having a coach. You don't realize the blind spots you may have. You don't realize the language you're using that might be disempowering you. You don't realize the subconscious limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. You don't realize that you're in control. Trying to see, it looks like I'm losing connection. So the power of having a coach is I provide the space and arena for you to find your blind spots, dig into any limiting beliefs you might have that you don't even know you have because they're buried underneath your subconscious, for you to level up and to really be and tap into a higher vibrational frequency so you can access that higher version of yourself that, I know I am destined for greatness. I know I came here to do really big things in this lifetime. And there's no doubt about it. And I don't really know how it's going to go, but I do know that it will happen. So that's the thing with you and me in our relationship as a coach. I know what you are capable of, and I know what you are meant to do. So I help you find it and access it so that you can start operating with that kind of faith and belief. And even if you don't have that faith and belief, you still can proceed. Like let's say I wanted to have 17% body fat. And I don't know exactly how or when or if I will get there, but I start thinking and feeling into, okay, if a person has 17% body fat, like what would it look like? Well, they would be eating really healthy. So today, like for lunch, I had vegetables. I had tons of huge salad with some high protein tofu. And so I'm like, this is what a person with 17% body fat would do, right? You live into it. So that's the power of having a coach. I help you find your soul purpose. I help you find your soul's message. I help you find what it is that you came here to do. And I help you really operate from your highest vibrational frequency. And you keep leveling up and keep getting better and keep expanding, keep growing. And the transformation is phenomenal. There's just something absolutely amazing when you hire a coach that challenges you, doesn't take any of your BS, and you keep operating outside your comfort zone. It's just utterly powerful. So if you would like to hire me as your coach, go visit my website, send a message to me. You can text me, you can email me, you can send me a message, you can comment below. Whatever is your mode of desired communication, get to me. I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. So, and that's a song by Train, in case you didn't know what that was. And so again, hiring a coach is absolutely astounding, amazing, completely transformed my life. That's why I'm here today, talking to you, pouring all this love into you, because I finally found my calling. I finally realized what I came here to do, and be, and I'm operating from my soul's alignment. Finally. So if you're looking to operate from your soul's alignment and you have no idea how to start, where to go, where to begin, that's where hiring a coach comes in. Oh, this light's really bad. Which is the signal for me to end my video. Sending you lots of love and light. I challenge you to think about the stuff that you think falls into your lap but is not true. And for you to, I think that's a little better. Is it better? To really think, is it true that the stuff fell into your lap, or is it more like you made it happen, right? Stuff does not fall into people's lap. A lot of it actually takes effort. Here's you living a soul elevated life, and I will see you tomorrow.